John Blake, and he's my help.
Okay, got it.
What does this mean to you to join this group of players from this team that you were so much a part of for so long?
Yeah, I think the players that I played with that are in the Hall of Fame now, looking back at those years where we were so successful and brought so much energy to the city, it means a lot that we created a buzz, we created an atmosphere along with the fans, like the tailgating, the flags, Rangers flags flying everywhere, and to be honored, with those guys in the Rangers Hall of Fame is, something I'm very proud of. It's humbling, and I don't know if there's a correct word, but it's definitely a treat.
What goes through your mind when you look back at what you guys accomplished in 10 and 11 and how close you were?
For me, it hurts a little bit to not have completed, what we wanted to complete. But the buzz that we created in the Metroplex and the excitement that we created and the way that we played the game and the energy that we brought to the old ballpark, pretty much on a nightly basis is what I think about, is what I, am really proud of. And taking over the Angels, really, in the American League West, they kind of had a stronghold on it when I first came in. And then to be able to kind of take over the West, basically from 10 to 13, 10 to 12, it was a great accomplishment as a group, and the city was electric at the time. So that was what I remember the most.
Hearing guys talk about the role that you played from the time you were young, even throughout your entire career, of kind of being a spark plug or grit, like how. Maybe it's hard to ask you because you were that guy, but how important is it for a team to have that guy that's kind of the battery, so to speak?
Yeah, I took great pride in it. I felt like David, acknowledged that when I hit, it felt like everybody hit, and when I didn't hit, it felt like we were kind of in a rut. Mm-hmm. And so I took that weight and I took that responsibility and I felt it. And that was something that I tried to bring every day. As I don't know if that just showed everybody else that the pitcher was not that good or what. But it seemed to be when I hit, everyone else kind of followed suit, for the most part, And so I took great pride in that. And, leading off a game, coming into the ballpark and trying to manage our lineup, if you can get to a pitcher early, that first pitch or that second pitch of the game, it's not a comfortable place to pitch. And trying to navigate that whole lineup 1 through 9 was not comfortable for the opposing team. So if you could come out right off the bat in that first inning and kind of let them know that it's going to be tough, it's going to be a tough day, was something that I was prideful of.
One example, I think, of your sort of competitive nature, called the chip or whatever, was when you got traded. I think I remember you saying, I hope they go 0-162 the next year. How long did it take you, from there to now you're going into the Rangers Hall of Fame? How long did it take you before you kind of got over that, I guess I don't know if that's the way to phrase it, but like.
Yeah, I think 0-162 is kind of a joke. I mean, we all know everyone's going to lose 60 and 160. But at the time I was hurt. I wanted to be a Ranger for life. I wanted to be here, and so at that time it was devastating for me. And so that was just, I guess, a funny quip, a way to stab it. It turned into a whole deal and headlines and all that stuff. But I loved my time here. Like, I loved my teammates and I loved the people that I was playing with. We were all like-minded. We all came to win every game, whether there were different personalities or whatever. There was a lot of different personalities, a lot of different characters in our clubhouse, but everyone came to win every day. And to play on a team like that is special. So when I was traded, I was hurt and I didn't like it, but as an athlete, you move on and you get prepared to, I was going to a Tigers team who just won 3 pennants. And it was kind of a big trade, for Prince, who was sitting in the middle of their lineup. For me, as a leadoff hitter, second baseman, 2 different types of players, kind of changed the dynamic of their team. So for me, it turned into trying to help that team win. Sure. I wouldn't say you get over it quick, but it definitely happens faster than you think.
Kins, how did you end up with number 5? Did you request that number, or how did you end up?
No, Buck was the almighty when it came to that. Buck chose numbers for players. That was his thing. He thought I looked like a number 5. So he gave, I came into spring training and number 5 was on at my locker. So that was my number. And as a young player, you get issued a number, and that's it. And usually it's 62 or 68 or 71 or something. So to have number 5, it was pretty special to walk in that first day in spring training and see number 5 hanging there. And so that's how it came about.
Did you ever get a new Garnett jersey?
No.
You were saying up there that there hasn't really been a place like Texas, and you mentioned before that, when you guys clinched the pennant, the ground was shaking. I know you're in California, but have you ever felt the ground shake like that, even when you won
Yeah,
the series?
earthquakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said, I've been in Dodger Stadium where there's been earthquakes in the middle of the game. San Francisco, we're playing Oakland in downtown and Union Square. You get a little one, kind of feel something, but it was more of a rumbling. The whole place felt like it was going to come down with the fireworks and just the eruption of striking out Alex and that last out with Feliz. I don't think I could compare that to any other sporting event I've been to. It was just electric. It was so loud, and it was an incredible moment.
These guys talked a lot about the confidence you have, and you kind of said the same thing coming in as a rookie. What do you think younger you would say, knowing where you are now, World Series ring, being immortalized here, and getting ready to manage Team Israel?
What would I say if I was younger?
Now, what would a younger you say?
If I was standing here and I was 23?
Like as a kid.
Oh, like a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
What would I say standing here?
Oh no,
Looking back.
What would I say to a 10?
What advice would you? What advice would you give your younger
If I
self?
was 10 and I was standing here and I was talking to myself,
And he's like, whoa, this is so cool. Like if a 10-year-old
I would say,
saw yourself
yeah,
now.
I would say focus on every day. Don't focus on the big picture. Win the day, really, because I think it accumulates over time. And being drafted by the Rangers, and then playing 8 years with the Rangers, I never once imagined this is where I'd be. I never said I'm playing to be in the Rangers Hall of Fame, or I'm playing to be, honored. Or I played to win. I played hard every day and tried to put my best foot forward every day, and then it just kind of accumulates over time. And when you're done, you're able to look back and enjoy what you've accomplished. I think that's what I'd say.
Ian, were you more nervous your first at-bat in the World Series or your first at-bat in the Olympics?
World Series, for sure.
Anything else?
I almost fell down. I did fall down. I swung at the first pitch. I fell down.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.